Hello guys, Assalamualikum. Today I am discussing top 70 F1 visa interview questions and answers. Some of my friends, juniors, seniors are requesting me to make a video on this topic, and this video is for them who are going to be faced visa interview in April, May, June, especially for September session. You should practice these top 70 questions for your upcoming visa interview, and you should prepare yourself as much as possible, because right now American visa depends on your quality, confidence and authenticity. So in front of your visa officer, you have to prove yourself you are qualified enough, you are good enough, and you are going to USA only for your study. You have to prove your visa officer by your interview. So you should practice these 70 questions, and I am discussing one by one with you. Let's get started. Becoming little bit nervous in front of your visa officer, it's normal, but you should not be too much nervous, because this is the place where you will prove yourself, where you will show your confidence, where you will prove that you are genuine enough, you are authentic, everything is correct. And if visa officer can see your nervousness, he will never give you visa, I can guarantee it. So you should prepare yourself as much as possible, and you should handle everything confidently. So now we will discuss top 70 questions one by one. The guide will address what is an F1 visa, 5 F1 visa interview questions categories, 70 F1 visa interview questions. We should skip this. What is an F1 visa? You should read this properly. Then F1 visa interview questions categories. There are the 5 categories from where you will face questions. Number 1, questions about your study plan. Definitely the visa officer will ask you about your study plan, and you should prepare in this category. Questions about your choice of university. You should know everything, each and everything about your university, especially ranking, the teachers back. They can ask you, did you talk with any professor of your university, and their location and university's websites information. You have to have all these informations to you, because you never know what question you are gonna face. Questions about your academic background. Visa officer will ask you about your previous academic background, so you should previous yourself in these categories also. Questions about your financial status. Financial status, who is your sponsor, what does he do, and you have to elaborate everything, you have to express everything properly in these categories. Questions about your post graduation plans. If you are going for post graduation, you should think about this. If you are going for undergrad, you should think about undergrad. As you read this article, you will realize that the questions we discussed are geared towards these 5 categories. Then we should skip this, but you should read properly. The first question, this is the first question, but this is the first question here, but I cannot confirm that you will face this question first. Visa officer can randomly ask you who is sponsoring you, why USA. So this is first here for practicing. Why do you wish to study in USA? This is one of the most common F1 visa interview questions you can be faced. Here the sample answer, you can see it. By taking help from these questions and answer, you should make a different answer. I think the question number 2, why did you choose the course you are applying for? কোর্স সম্পর্কে অবশ্যই ভালো ধারণা থাকতে হবে, কোন সাবজেক্ট এবং কেন এই সাবজেক্টের ফ্যাসিলিটিস at the end of the day বাংলাদেশে এবং ওয়ার্ল্ড ওয়াইড এগুলো খুব সুন্দর করে বোঝাতে হবে. Here are the sample answers you should know. Why have you decided to go to this university instead of studying career? We should skip this question, this is not for us. How many universities did you apply to before you got accepted? এই ইউনিভার্সিটিতে অ্যাপ্লাই করার আগে কয়টা ইউনিভার্সিটি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করছে এবং কয়টা ইউনিভার্সিটিতে অ্যাপ্লাই করা হয়েছে ভিসা অফিসার এটা জানতে চাইবেন. Here are the sample answer you should look. Question number 5, which universities did you apply to? What are their names? ইউনিভার্সিটির নামগুলো এবং র্যাঙ্কিং এবং এই স্পেসিফিক যে ইউনিভার্সিটিতে যাচ্ছি সেই ইউনিভার্সিটির অ্যাডভান্টেজেসগুলো কী কী এইগুলো খুব ভালোভাবে বোঝাতে হবে. র্যাঙ্কিং. Here are the sample answer for you. Did you get accepted by all universities? এই কোশ্চেনটাও কমন, এটাও করে. Here are the sample answer. Which school, which university rejected you and why? So this can ask you this question. Here are the sample answer. Please have a look. What are the name of university you got accepted? Here are the sample answer. Question number 9. What is the name of the college, university you want to study? This is the question you can be faced. Here are the sample answer. You can see. Where did you complete your high school or bachelor degree? You should know. You should tell them properly. You should explain. Here are the sample answer. XYZ institution. Why don't you want to study in your home country? In this question I have a suggestion to you. Don't ignore your country. By ignoring your country you should not focus other country, because if you ignore your own country, your motherland, how you will value, how you will care another country. So please নিজের দেশের পড়াশোনার মানের সাথে কম্পেয়ার করে ওই দেশটা আরও ভালো পড়াশোনা প্রোভাইডস করে. দেয়ার এডুকেশন ফ্যাসিলিটিস একটু হাই, এই জন্যই আমি এখানে যাচ্ছি এবং ওয়ার্ল্ড ওয়াইড ইউএসএ থেকে একটা ডিগ্রি অর্জন করতে পারলে এটা ওয়ার্ল্ড ওয়াইড রিকগনাইজড এবং ওয়ার্ল্ড ওয়াইড ভালো একটা ভ্যালু আছে. এইগুলো ইলাবোরেট ট্রাই করাটাই বেটার হবে. কখনোই নিজের দেশকে ছোট করা উচিত হবে না. Here are the sample answer. You can see. Question number 12. Why are you changing your field? If you change your field, as for example, you have completed your undergraduate in political science. Right now you want to complete CSC in USA. That's horrible. You should not go for this, and you try to go for nursing. So if you change your field, then you will face this question, otherwise not. Did you get any scholarship? This is the important question you can face. If you get, you should say yes, I got a scholarship. If you don't, please skip it. No, I don't get any scholarship. Do you have any student loans? This is the question only face Indian students, because they are getting students loans and base officer accept it positively, but in our country we are not getting this. Some students take loan from bank, but you should not you should never say this to your visa officer. Who is sponsoring your education? This is the most significant question you will face, and you should make a unique answer for this question. You should make a different, you should be unique. And question number 16. What do your parents? Please explain it properly. What does your father do? How much do your parents earn? And you should say this question, you should answer this question carefully. You should not be too much rich, you should not be too much low, poor. Do you have any siblings? This is the basic question you will face. Do you have relatives in the USA? If you have any relatives in USA, you should skip this. You should never say I have, because if you say I have relatives in USA or friends, They will try to know, are they get green card, what they want to know information about that. So don't let them go in deep. What is your undergraduate academic GPA or percentage? Here the sample answer. You should, what are you planning to study, what is your plans? Here is the sample answer. Did you contact any professor at your university? This is the unique question you can face. If you contact, you should say yes, I have talked with one of our international admission advisor who helped me a lot and who let me know about their education system, about their facilities, and he has explained each and everything about their universities, and I have been impressed by him. You should say like this, and this is my answer. You should make different. Have you visited the USA before? এই কোশ্চেনটা একটু ডিফারেন্টলি আস্ক করবে, কারণ ইউ উই didn't visit USA before. We অনেকে ইন্ডিয়া, then Saudi Arabia, China, these are the three countries some of the Bangladeshi students visits. If you visit, you should say, you should be truth, you should say yes, I visited. On the other hand, you have to mention in your DS 160 because there is an option, have you visited any other country in last 5 years? You should say yes there, and when visa officer asking you, you should say yes, I have visited China, Saudi Arabia, India for travel purpose. But if you don't mention in your DS 160, if you in front of your visa officer, if you say yes, I have visited this country, that will be a problem for you, and you will not get visa for this problem. Here the simple answer you can follow. What are your reasons for coming to USA? Why you want to go USA? You should explain it properly. Here is the sample answer. You can see how long do you intend on studying in USA, especially পড়াশোনার টাইমটাতে, টাইম যত বছর অত ওই বছরটাই আমি থাকবো, দেন আই উইল কাম ব্যাক টু মাই কান্ট্রি। হোয়াই কাম ব্যাক সেটাও এক্সপ্লেন করতে হবে প্রপারলি। হ্যার ইজ দ্য স্যাম্পল অ্যান্সার। হোয়াই ডিড ইউ অ্যাপ্লাই টু দিস ইউনিভার্সিটি অ্যান্ড নট আদার্স? অন্য ইউনিভার্সিটি কেন? ইউনিভার্সিটির অ্যাডভান্টেজেসগুলো এখানে তুলে ধরতে হবে। হ্যার ইজ দ্য স্যাম্পল অ্যান্সার। Where is the location of your university? You have to know the exact location. Then tell us about your academic background. Here is the sample answer. You can take help from this, and this is the question we should skip because this is not for us. Question number 30. Why did you decided to take this major in your university of choice and not others? Question number 30, and here is the sample answer. You can see what did you score on your test. English language proficiency test সম্পর্কে তারা জানতে চাইবে, and you should say what you have done. If you take IELTS, Duolingo, you should say how well do you speak in English? You should say I can talk in English fluently and I'm well in English. Here is the sample answer. You can follow. What year did you get your bachelor degree? If you complete your bachelor, you will face this question. Here is the sample answer. Can we see your high school transcripts? Yes, you can see, and you should have these important documents to you when you are facing your visa interview. Here is the sample answer. Why do you have low score? If you have low score in your English proficiency test, you should say, you should explain it properly. How much income do you earn from your job? We should skip this. Which company do you this is true. From your bank statement we can see that several large amounts were recently deposited. Can you explain where all this money came from? যদি টাকা যদি উইথড্র ইন আউট হয় তখন এই কোশ্চেনটা ফেস করে অনেকে। So here is the sample answer. Why is only one page of your passbook? We should skip these two. Why? What is the tuition of your university? You will get each and everything from your I-20 and you should study on that, because sometimes visa officer will ask you when your class will start. If you don't know that, the visa officer will not give you visa, because I know someone who has been rejected for this reason. Visa officer asked him when your class will be started. The student replied, please sir, I have forgotten this, you should look at my I-20. Why? He will see that you should know. Do you have any loan? You should skip this. What will you do after you're graduating? What you want to do? You should explain each and everything. Do you have plan to work while studying in USA? If you have, but you should not say that to your visa officer. Considering the current state of USA economy, why do you want to go there? Because the current situation of USA is not too good, because in COVID-19 USA was in dangerous time, because they have lost 1 million people in COVID, so they are not good position due to this reason. So you should explain properly. If you are planning to stay USA, we should skip this too. Question number 47. Most applicants eventually turn to potential immigrants. What about you? You should know the answer. Here is the sample answer. Are you sure you will not stay back in the USA? You should see the sample answer. Question number 50. Will your relatives in USA give you dollars to help? If you have any relatives in USA and who is eagerly waiting to help you, you should not say no, my parents will help me from Bangladesh because they are capable enough to support me when I am in USA, and I have no relatives in USA. Here is the sample answer. You can see. Why do you seem scared and nervous? If you are nervous, you will face this question and base officer can ask you why you are too much nervous, and you should not be nervous. No officer, I am not scared or nervous, I am confident enough. Here is a sample answer. You can see. Question number 52. Do your parents know you are going to USA for studies? Definitely. Why they will not know it? They are sending me there and they know each and everything. So here is the sample answer. What is your opinion of the USA? There is the sans. You can say everything about USA, why it is your dream country. Sample answer. Question number 54. Will you have language or communication issues? No. Sample answer. Do you visit other website related to this visa interview? Yes, you should visit and you should say the website's name. Here is the sample answer. Do you have any relatives in the USA who are they to you? You should skip this question. How many of your family members live in USA? We should skip this too. In which country does your family live? If they are in Bangladesh, you should say they are in Bangladesh. If they are outside of Bangladesh, you should say this too. The university you are planning to attend, do you have any family members attending the same school? No. Are you currently in relationship? If visa officer, if you are friendly, if visa officer think you are capable, you deserve visa, then he will be friendly with you and he can ask you this funny question. And if you have, you should say yes, I have a girlfriend, and I am in a contact with him, and I have promised her I will come back in Bangladesh, and something special in Bangladesh waiting for me if I can take a world-class degree from USA, and after coming back in Bangladesh I will marry you, and that is my promise. And that's the funny way you can reply. Will you visit home during vacations? Here is the sample answer. You can see how well do you know the education system in USA. You should know about their education system, how well they are researching facilities, each and everything. Here is the sample answer. Which cities do you wish to travel to in the USA? You should know this too. Here is the sample answer. Question number 64. Do you plan on returning to your home country after studying? That is the sample answer. What are your plans after graduating? Do you have any jobs or career wish to do? Here is the sample answer. You can practice. When you return home, what kind of job you get? Here is the sample answer. What's the salary amount? You should skip this. Question number 68. But you could we should skip this too. Why should we give you a student visa? The visa officer can ask you why we will give you visa, and you have to be tricky, and you should make a unique answer for this question. And question number 70. What are your plans if you student visa is not approved? You should say, officer, I'm eagerly waiting to complete my undergraduate or postgraduate in USA, and I will respect your decision whatever you do, but if you reject me, I will try again, I will reapply again, because the university I have been admitted, that's a public university, and I got my favorite subject there, so I will try to go there as much as possible, and I don't know what you will do, and you should have respect to their decision, then they will think it differently. Oh, that's great. Here are the 10 visa interview tips. These are the advantages you are getting. Tips number 1, I will not read with you, you should read it, you should study. Tips number 2, tips number 3, tips number 4, tips number 5, tips number 6, tips number 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. Thanks for watching this video from beginning to end. I hope you will enjoy it, and this video will be helpful for you. If you be helpful, you will subscribe my channel and stay connected with all in one. Thank you. Till then, take care. Tata.